Hey everyone, it's Raj from 3CB. The Lakers signed center Christian Wood to a 2-year veteran minimum deal, second year being a player option. It's finally been completed after rumors for a while that the Lakers were interested in and Wood was interested in the team. So the question becomes, what does Wood bring to the Lakers? What are his strengths, weaknesses, and overall question marks prevailing about? His strengths are pretty obvious. He's a multifaceted offensive player. That skill set brings a lot of versatility to the Lakers offense and also aids them in their spacing, especially around LeBron and AD. Will obviously draw a lot of eyes and defenders into the paint. And also he'll be surrounded by multiple high-level passers, including LeBron, Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, and Gabe Vincent, just to name a few players who are quite good and adept when it comes to that passing ability. Moving on to weaknesses, these are also pretty obvious. That is on the defensive end and his energy level, his motor, which can be inextricably linked. He has the physical tools to be a good defender, and he's shown it in very limited spurts, but there's never been any consistency there when it comes to defensive impact or impact in terms of hustle and effort plays. That's always been the major yellow flag when it comes to Wood, and oftentimes why he's been unable to stay on the floor, especially last year with the Mavericks. So that naturally leads to question marks. The reality is he's been on 7 teams in 7 years. Where there's smoke, there's typically fire. There's been question marks surrounding his attitude, especially when he's been challenged on the defensive end and effort side, especially last year with Dallas. So the question, of course, becomes, right, can he change those habits and can he change with the Lakers? And there are some positive factors in that regard. Firstly, he is close with Lakers head coach Darvin Ham, who have known each other since their days in Milwaukee. And one of Ham's key strengths is that he does really relate well with players. He's known as a player's coach. I think we saw that last year with what he got out of Russell Westbrook, especially compared to the prior year with how Russell's Westbrook was with Coach Frank Vogel. Secondly, the Lakers have a vaunted player development staff, arguably the best in the league, headed by Coach Phil Handy. Thirdly, having superstars and leaders like LeBron and AD is always an extra motivational factor. And then lastly, and perhaps most importantly, Wood may have now realized that his value is at a career low. He wasn't offered anything more than a veteran minimum deal. Sometimes it can take that humbling to really create that extra motivation. And where better to make that turnaround, to do it on the platform provided to him by the Lakers and a LeBron-led team that should potentially be challenging for a championship. All those things could lead to him having that buy-in and that effort and commitment level that we haven't seen before from him consistently. Overall, Wood's acquisition fits with Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka's theme of low risk, high reward, especially when it comes to veteran minimum players and trying to coach them up and to get them to buy in and play above their contracts. And I think that second-year player option really speaks to that in terms of this is more of a show me deal, right? Where if Wood can have a really good year, he can then get paid for it next season. This may potentially be the hardest project the Lakers have brought on just because of the established effort and defensive deficits we've seen from Wood. But again, if it doesn't pan out, it doesn't pan out. But if it does, he could potentially bring a very high level of impact and contribution to this Lakers team, and especially taking some of the load off Anthony Davis during the regular season to allow him to be at his best for when it matters in the postseason.